What's good and what up? It's your brother SamAnt here at Viral Hip Hop News. Do me a favor, family, before we get started with the content. Y'all know what to do. Go up top and hit that like button. Alright, so I'm really starting to enjoy doing these Lost Files, quote unquote Lost Files series on some of my favorite comedians coming out and speaking truth. Did one on Eddie Griffin, talking about truth and the importance of truth and how the media in Hollywood are just one big distraction away from truth. Also did one on my man Paul Mooney, which really got a great response. Shout out to everyone who watched that video. That video propelled us to be in discussion with Paul Mooney, and I'm very confident in talking to his sons and Paul Mooney himself that he will be on the Uncensored podcast from that video. So shout out to the people who watched that video, shared that video, supported that video via Twitter and all other social media outlets, because it looks like we will have an interview with Paul Mooney. Very, very exciting. So I wanted to do this right now with another legend, the late, great Patrice ONeal, one of the most underrated, underappreciated comedians of all times. When it comes to the comedian community, he is well-renowned and respected throughout. One of the brothers that speaks 100% absolute truth, and the way he displays it is second to none. Right now, you'll see an interview with the late, great Patrice ONeal, probably about 10 years ago. He's at a radio station in Pittsburgh. We talked about a run-in he had with the police department in the state of Pennsylvania. Real funny stuff. Just listen to how cynical this brother works and how he chefs this up. Enjoy the content. Stay tuned on the back end, because I will be dropping my commentary on what we just saw. Without further ado, the late, great Patrice ONeal. Let's go.
The Improv at the Waterfront, 8 o'clock tonight and right through the weekend. Man, Patrice ONeal with us. Good to see you, man.
Welcome.
Thanks, fellas.
I clapped.
You guys know who I am, just to make sure that clap wasn't disingenuous?
Very fun.
We have researched your work, and actually we just heard you talking about the police.
Yeah, it wasn't, it wasn't the normal police, the normal black man's police rantings. It was just, we was driving, me and my girlfriend was driving from New York.
Mm-hmm. To here.
So this
is recent.
This is today.
Today.
Or tonight day, like about 3 in the morning.
Oh, man.
And we was having a really good time, for us. Because at some point we're going to argue, what I mean? But
sure.
we was actually having a pretty good time.
Very
She
nice.
drove.
Oh, even better.
The only good part of the story is that actually she ended up getting a ticket and not me, which was the only part of it that made sense. It was my, what do you call it, the registration.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But the thing is, I just wanted to know, all I wanted to know, and when I got into Pittsburgh, before I started with paranoia.
Yeah.
And because this is a Obama lost state here.
This is Hillary Town here. Yeah.
And we're on country music
That's
station
right.
here.
Yeah.
So before I just decided to jump in and just use my card, my race card. I tried to use another card, an FOP card.
The Fraternal Order of Police.
Fraternal Order of Police.
Now, have you donated?
Now, wait a second. I don't want to pull out my wallet, but I have, pick a card, any card, Fraternal Order of Police. You know what I mean?
You're like a blackjack dealer with the
That's
FOP.
right, not a PBA.
No.
Not that silly Police Benevolent Association.
No,
If somebody
that's
gives
the
you one of
FOP.
those, that's like you are the peasant of knowing police.
Right. You get half a ticket.
I have an FOP, gold dipped detective.
That's the visa.
Right.
FOP. So, officer, let me just make sure I know his name correctly.
Oh, he's got it all down.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we knew who we were dealing with here. Not going to accuse him of anything, by the way.
Right.
I just want to know. But he claims to be David A. Smith. Officer David A. Smith, badge number 5015, says that FOP cards in Pennsylvania,
You're right.
we do not acknowledge those cards here in Pennsylvania.
That's
Now, God bless the guy. God bless him for being honest on the ticket, because he was honest for two things. He had been following us for 5.1 miles on the ticket. God bless him for being that honest. He was following us for 5.1 miles.
Right.
He had us speeding for 1.1 miles. And I will give him credit. I have a very profilable truck.
okay.
I have dark tint.
Uh-oh. Dark
And
tangent.
it's quite N-wordish, except for not.
It's an ethnic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was a cop, if I was a white old cop, I would stop me
Right.
just to see.
Right.
I don't know the deal.
Curiosity.
They say there's no profiles, however.
I have a few illegal things on my truck that I'm
Okay.
supposed to be there, but I have this FOP card
That was your ticket through. Your golden ticket.
with that I give with 2 fingers. That's how arrogant I am with my FOP.
Yes.
2-finger at give.
Yes.
Like you're paying the check. You know, in some states, you can arrest people if you have an FOP card. It's that power.
That's right.
Not in this state.
Evidently, David A. Smith, 5015. Look at your face. You're uncomfortable. But I have an FOP card, and I'm not saying attack Mr. David A. Smith, 5015. I'm asking, is it legitimate? He said we. He didn't just go take your gold card and shove it. I
Right.
don't want it.
Right.
He said this is the law,
Spoke for everybody.
son,
That's it.
in this town.
Right.
And I just wanted to know if that's true. That's all. And here's the thing. Here's how accommodating I am to racial profiling.
Okay.
Just tell me it's racial profiling.
In defense of the racial
Lay it out
profiling.
Don't tell me that it's the law of Pennsylvania and I won't check.
Well, it may not be racial profiling. What kind of tag do you have on the back? What's the state?
Jersey.
Oh, there
And,
you
sir, thank you very much for that. Very honest, very fair.
go.
It was just, and he went, yeah, a lot of, and he was choking back a lot of things that he probably wanted to say. God bless him, nice man.
Yeah.
As he was being very,
Right.
you know.
Sure.
But that when he said Jersey, when I said
Right.
Jersey, and he saw my tags, and then he said a lot of people think it's where. I said, sir, isn't this? See, I said, look, this is a FOP.
Right.
This is a brotherhood. Are you sure that your family? I asked him, does your family and friends? You don't give them out. You don't. There's no extension. There's no courtesy that the brotherhood gives. He said, not in Pennsylvania.
No.
And I'm not calling David A. Smith 5015 badge number a liar. But I just wanted to know. That's all I want to know.
But in defense, I'm thinking if you were the commissioner of police in Cleveland, Ohio, in your police car, drove here, and you had a brown sticker on your car, you would get pulled over and ticketed as well.
I would hope that that's the truth.
It is.
I would hope that that is just not
And there
a
would-
tricky
there would be a
white
tick-
guy
no,
brotherhood thing you're
it's
doing
not a
now.
white guy thing, 'cause we would know about it. The brown sticker equals a ticket and a tasing in this state. You get tased.
Really?
That's
Yes.
right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're talking Cleveland, bro?
Yes.
I'm thinking
No. Not.
this is where I am, where
Brown.
I could have did 90,
Yeah.
and if I had a Penguins hat,
Yeah,
Yes.
you're in.
If
An
you had a
escort
problem-
you.
Officer David A. Smith, what can I do for you? Hey, whatever the big call is for the Penguins, like, you know, whatever, whatever that
I hate to tell you, but I hate to be the bearer of business. Tonight, the Penguins game, they're asking for a, quote, whiteout.
A whiteout this
is.
week.
Oh, we're all white tonight.
Yeah.
All
Of
white.
course, not a blackout, but
No,
it doesn't mind.
Welcome to
mind.
Pennsylvania.
Hey, thank you very much. I would consider between Pittsburgh and New York to be Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So
That's
once
right.
I get out of here,
Yes.
That's all.
the rest stops that are 75 miles in between each other
Yeah.
without any exits at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I would consider that Pennsylvania.
That's all.
And we will be leaving at an undisclosed time for Pittsburgh.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the tinted truck.
Yeah.
So I don't want to run into Mr. David A.
We'll,
Smith
we'll
again.
give you the route that goes through Maryland. We'll get
And
you
I'm not
that.
accusing him of any. I just wanted to know if the FOP cards are useless. If it's not, because I really,
Right.
truly, ever since I've been doing comedy and people know me a little bit,
Right.
I have been acting, and then maybe I should be knocked off my perch. I have been acting quite like the middle-aged businessman.
Right.
You know, like with my arrogance. I even said to him, "Sir, do you know who I am?" When
Oh,
maybe I deserve. Maybe my girlfriend did deserve a ticket.
Patrice ONeal, man. Catch him at the Improv at the waterfront. Yeah, united right through the weekend.
no discounts for FOP cards.
No. It's great to have you come.
And don't be, I love police because I got FOP. I'm just saying, he said it was no good here in Pennsylvania. The Fraternal Order of Police.
Catch him at the apparel at the waterfront this weekend. Good to see you, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
There you go. Oh, sorry about that.
Appreciate each and every one of y'all who stuck around for my commentary on the back end. Make sure you leave a comment to let me know you stuck around so I could drop you some love. Shout out to Pittsburgh Y108, country station out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The commentary that you just heard is courtesy from them and the man, the late great Patrice ONeal, about 10 years ago or so, out in PA, get stopped by the police, as we often do now. This is very, very relevant in today's age. Not because black people are getting pulled over by the police in record numbers. No, this has been happening since the beginning of time. It's just the cynical way and just the smart assness and just how cerebral my man Patrice ONeal is talking to this cop, this very racist cop, and obviously knowing he was racist, people in Pittsburgh knowing he was racist, and it was just real funny how he went through his 1-2. Now, I looked up the Fraternal Order of Police, the very thing he was talking about, that gold card, the get out of jail free card, so to speak, and I looked up its history via Wikipedia. I'll drop that little bit of knowledge right here. The Fraternal Order of Police was founded in 1915 by two Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania patrol officers, Martin Toole and Delbert Nagel. They and 21 other members of the Pittsburgh Police met on May 14, 1915, establishing the first local of the Fraternal Order of Police, Fort Pitt Lodge Number 1. The FOP official history states that the founders decided to not use the term union because of the anti-union settlement of the time, but nevertheless acted as a union, telling Pittsburgh Mayor Joseph G. Armstrong that the FOP would bring out grievances before the mayor or council and have many things adjusted that we are unable to present in any other way. We could get many things through our legislator that our council will not or cannot give us. Don't you think that Patrice ONeal, while pulling out that card, maybe had an understanding of the history of where the card came from? And maybe, just maybe, he was being a little cynical and cerebral to even that asshole racist ass cop who he knew was deliberately profiling him. Probably won that battle in court. Shout out to Patrice ONeal, knowing how to be truthful, hilarious, and making his point while completely disrespecting motherfuckers at the same time. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like I said, one of the most underrated, underappreciated comics of all time. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Patrice ONeal. This isn't his stand-up. This isn't him, going all the way in. This is just the man being a man, man. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Also, in the description box, just links to our Twitter, IG, and all the platforms that myself, SamAnt, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News and DLS Media Incorporated runs. Push Up with SamAnt, SamAnt Uncut, and of course, I am the co-host of the Uncensored podcast with my brother O-God over at Hip Hop News Uncensored, the most underrated podcast on YouTube to date. You can also check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets. Make sure you watch and listen to the platform. Sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all's support. Always trying to keep it raw, real, and uncut here at Viral Hip Hop News. Until next time, until next story, like I said, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.